Hey, what's going on everyone? Trading Card Finds here, back with another video. I was at a store today, and as I was looking around, I came across this box of 1991 G.I. Joe trading cards. It is still in the original packaging. I know that PSA has a nice special going on right now. I decided that it might just be worth opening that up and just seeing if there's anything worth grading inside and sending it in and seeing if PSA agrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the box up and come back at you with the next part of the video, which is where I will show you what I plan on submitting. And then lastly, we will see if PSA agrees that what I sent is worth sending in. All right, everyone, we're back. I had some time to open and go through some of the cards and made some decisions here. So ultimately, just to start off, I found a bunch of cards that I really liked. I think I found over 50 that I thought were at least worth submitting, but some cards have sold really well, some cards haven't, so I decided to go way more cautiously with this submission and picked out 15 cards that I really wanted to send in and just see how they do. So just to start off, these are the 15 that I decided to go with. Okay, Snake Eyes. I think this one gets graded fairly frequently. Grunt. I did not see any, unfortunately, Cobras that were worth submitting. Lightfoot, Outback. And what I did with a lot of these too was, and you can see the centering. The centering is really good on a lot of these. That played a large part of it. You know, the edges were really good. The corners were really good. But the centering was one of the things that I really looked for. And one of the things that also helped me with my decision was I went through and I looked at what the pop report was on a lot of these cards. And if some were a pop 0 or a pop 1 and I had a card that was worth submitting, I decided that those were the ones that I was going to send. So those are the 15 I'm going to go with. And next step is to see if PSA will agree with what I thought was worth submitting. So we'll be back here in a second and see how I did. All right, and we are back. So to give everybody an update here, from the time that I purchased this box right here, it had been 2 months from the time I purchased this to the time that I got these cards back from PSA. Now, this was a really fun rip for me because it reminded me a lot of 1990 Marvel. These are 91 G.I. Joe. I definitely saw some similarities in these cards. So I decided to take a chance on it. It was definitely a good time, brought back a lot of nostalgia for me. One thing I did want to mention is in the last portion of the video that you saw, I had 15 cards. When I scanned my first card in the app, it said that it was a 20 card submission. I didn't realize that. I debated whether I would go back and do another video with the additional 5 cards, but I decided instead to just add 5 more cards that I thought were really good and worthy to send and just see how those 5 did here. So those are going to be at the end of the video. We'll see how the first 15 did to start, and we will go from there. So let's get this started. And we are starting this off with a 10. All right, good way to start here. Got another 10. And I'd be curious, leave a comment below. You know, are you a big G.I. Joe collector? Did you watch it back in the day? And there we go with a 7. Man, I mean, the centering on this is pretty good. I'm not going to sit here and look over this card too much, but man, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I looked over these 3-4 times in some cases, and I measured all of these cards. I know that PSA is a 60/40 is kind of their limit with the centering. All of these are under that 60/40 centering. I definitely didn't want to have any issues with that. All right, heavy duty. Got a 9, first 9. Major altitude, got a 10. Okay, got another 9. Astro Viper, got a 10. Okay, Range Viper with a 9. Outback with a 9. So far, the 9 and 10 pile is even. Lightfoot with a 10. Okay, we got another 10 here. Motorized battle tank. Okay, we're on a roll here, another 10. It's great. All right, this one here I think is one of the more popular cards to grade from this set. I think this and Cobra Commander have two of the higher count cards in the pop report. So Snake Eyes got the gem. Okay, we got another 10. Definitely on a roll here. And comment below with what's your favorite cards. Okay, this is the last card from the original 15. Ended strong with a 10. I'd say overall from the first 15 that I sent, definitely really happy with that. You know, I kind of figured I'd get an 8 or 2, so to get a 7 with all these 9s and 10s, I'm pretty happy with that overall. All right, let's see how we did with those extra 5 that I put in. Okay. Techno Viper got a 10. Nice. Okay, Night Viper got an 8. So our first 8 here. All right, so far 1, 10, 1, 8. Okay, we got a 9 here. 2 cards left. Okay, got a 10. Let's finish strong here with a 10. So overall, I'd say very, very happy with this submission. First time submitting cards like this. I'd love to know your comments below. What you think of this set. Do you collect G.I. Joe? Did you watch it back in the day? Which cards here are your favorites? I'd say most of these, if not all, are going to be put up on eBay or MySlabs in the coming days. So give the video a like and comment below. And thank you. We'll be back with another video soon.